and land a Surugu.
Boop, 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 boop.
And peace and Tamriel
For now.
for now.
Keep going. South. You can keep narrating.
Okay, I thought that awkward silence was Sal's waiting it out when he was getting the song.
While you awake, Helena, after having an interesting dream, the rest of you after having relatively mundane dreams.
Even Betfire? What was his first dream like?
His first dream?
First dream since they're coming back from the dead.
Yeah,
Oh.
You even have dreams in the afterlife? Even
I don't know.
He wouldn't know.
We never actually answered the proper question of how Betfire sleeps.
What was... You mean like if he stands or whatever because he's a horse?
Do horses stand sleeping?
Oh.
Yeah, don't
They
they
take
sit?
micro naps
What?
standing, but
Oh,
when they actually like sleep, they do lay down.
Okay.
No, they're vulnerable.
There's no such thing as cow tipping. That's not real.
What is cow tipping?
It's true.
Where you tip over a cow.
Yeah,
Oh,
Cow can get up very easy.
yeah, it's a cow.
And
Won't
they
get
don't-
tipped over if it doesn't want to be tipped over.
You might actually get a cow mad at you doing that, which is very difficult.
So,
Like, oh,
so two things. One, I googled centaur sleeping, and I kind of regret not putting a filter on. So, and two,
yeah, well,
Do tell.
and two, there are some adorable like centaur poses. So Betfire's adorable when he sleeps.
aw,
That's nice.
that is
Yeah.
nice.
I will link one.
Congratulations, Batfire.
Please believe that it's not this one. Oh, that link is not good.
Please don't get the other one. The one that I know you're gonna link.
You're probably not the one that it's this. That's how you sleep, and I
gotta click on
refuse.
it. I gotta click on it.
Yeah, I do gotta click on it. I got
That's
I knew
cute.
it.
That's
I
cute.
knew it.
That's
I
funny.
knew it.
That's funny.
That's
Just tip your whole body forward. That's fun.
zero weight on your horse chest
I mean, he's got a very solid core.
and spine. Anyway,
doing toots.
Two spines.
Yeah, anyway.
no, it's just one spine. It's just contiguous to the entire thing. So, you find yourselves preparing to head off. That's not something I need to see today, but I
Don't
have.
post poor
now.
boards. Get out of here.
Oh, I love Mantars.
Now,
Part man, part man.
I'm sorry.
Imagine how often he must like hurt one of his fingers.
I feel like my
Literally
my
all the
college,
time?
He's not a real person.
My college animation experience was haunted by tortors. I don't want to see them anymore.
What?
I'm sorry,
People
what are
just
they
love
called?
them.
Tortors.
Tortors.
They're tours of tours. What's not to understand?
I don't like Tortor.
So,
Um, if you do.
What's
you
going on?
awaken.
Yeah.
The as you prepare to return to Hayaba.
I thought we were going to
the-
EO.
We're going to
Uh,
EO.
And then EO? Or
We're going to
Yeah.
EO.
or we were okay.
Yeah,
Right.
For sure we're going to EO, but were we stopping in?
No, we're just going
No.
to EO.
Right, yeah.
As you are prepared to travel direct to EO.
Because
Uh,
didn't we send Gadaris to message message?
Message.
Whatever.
Yeah,
to
I'm messaging.
deliver messages to both EO and somewhere else?
You went to Mizuno,
Just the places
Kamako.
that are on the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
So General Kabeame has arrived with a coterie of about 10 samurai to protect her on horses. While you guys get together your own party and prepare to venture forth to Io, which will take some time.
5 years.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's a hill, though. 2 plains so far, 1 hill. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
124.8
10.
miles.
Oh no, Fruit, the plains number, it only goes up to 9.
What? Oh, no, you can just type in 10.
Oh, okay, good.
It's okay.
And then there's 2 force. Alright, which will take 48 and a third hours of travel in total. Which means that will take... I'll knock off the last 20 minutes, and it'll take you 6 days of travel to get there.
All right.
Successful diplomacy roll against the laws of nature.
Well, I won't make you roll a endurance check to get to do the last 20 minutes of the forced march. So you'll get there at well, if you leave at 8 on the last day, you'll get there at 4:20.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
Nice.
a weed number.
All right.
Yes.
So you do have 6 days of travel, during which General Kobayame travels with you. She is not very talkative. She mostly keeps to her own men and travels behind you guys. However, when you reach Mizuna, the people of Mizuna, who are, you notice, building a large number of houses around the town, despite no apparent economic reason to increase their own
They need houses.
population. But hey,
You
know.
see the bureaucromancer over there, like pointing at just random locations and saying, "Put a house here."
There he is, the brains behind Bungo.
In Mizuna, the people do come out and greet you, wave you hello, in a very pleased to see you sort of manner. The people here seem to like you quite a lot.
Ah, perfect.
It's good that we did well on rolls.
I want to say I don't think that there is no economic reason to build housing there. It's right near the Hayama. It's on a river.
Yeah.
It's got all that shit around it.
That's true.
Time to
This is what
expand.
I said.
Yeah.
This is what I said.
That's true. I guess that you're basically building a suburb for Hayava.
Yeah. High growth area.
Come to up-and-coming Mizuna.
Get away from the city.
Rolling green hills.
Soon they'll have a nice big main
Oh, no.
street with...
Now, and we'll put a bunch of dance halls.
They are... do they have a dance hall? I think they had something.
I think they do have a dance hall.
We'll put another dance hall.
Let's find out.
They have one dance hall. That is
That's
Hell
right.
yeah.
that
These
is
people
their
like to party.
amenity.
What's the name of the dance hall?
I don't know. The wink, wink, nudge, nudge. This you know, that's a funny thing about dance halls. Originally, in the original Pathfinder kingdom building rules,
They were brothels.
they were brothels,
Ah.
and then
That's
they
why they
realized that,
contribute
this is
crime.
actually kind of, building state-mandated brothels is kind of weird. So maybe we should call them something else.
Hey man, sometimes you just state mandated brothel.
I mean, sometimes you just got a nut. Everyone needs a nut.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes, well, the people at Paizo decided that
They
it
were
would
afraid
be
of the nut zone.
all nutting would be left to the free market.
Free market nutting is very good.
What a dystopian future.
You have to
Is
pay
man
to
is,
get that nut.
is a man not entitled to the nut of his own brow?
No.
This campaign's good.
To the bust of his own nut.
That might have to be the name of the episode now.
No.
No, says the man in Hayaba.
The nut belongs to the people. No, says the man in Hayatetsu. The nut belongs to the government.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, so now that we've gotten that out of the way,
I mean, we can talk about it a little bit more.
no, we don't have to though.
Pathfinder Bison.
No.
Nope.
Alright.
Go. Stop that. So you continue to travel. Mizuna greets you happily. Would you guys like to do anything over your 6 days of travel? The roads that you're traveling along are well under your control. You don't have to worry about like wolves jumping out of the forest and eating you, or bandits really, or anything right now. So, and also you are a fairly sizable number of people, all under arms and fairly intimidating looking, including one person who's carrying a sword literally bigger than she is. So you're safe.
Yeah.
You're traveling. So what is there anything that you would like to do along the way?
I'll wait and see what other people want to do first.
Honestly, Sada's probably just in deep thought. Thinking.
Honestly?
Yeah.
What if you lied to me?
What?
Okay.
What if you lied?
Kasumi, Pal, Akio, would you like?
I'm sorry, I'm too busy Googling sex and objectivism.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, Ayn Rand did get it on a lot.
That
Oh, yeah,
bird wants to see the bees.
Okay, I found a link to the Atlas Society, and it's about pornography.
We can't just tangent off like this
We
forever.
don't need this.
Okay, that's all right. You Kasumi is going to. Okay, so we've arrived at EO, correct?
No.
We're on the road.
Where are we? This is
Okay.
while you're traveling. What do you want?
Yes, I'm asking
Okay,
you
right,
guys
right.
if you want to do anything during your 6 days of travel.
That bird wants to see the bees again.
Okay.
They're not
very
along the
far
way.
away.
They're in right next to
They're
you.
past EO.
Oh. Well, then I don't know. Akio is talking with Bedboyer about, like, what has happened because they haven't seen each other. And Akio's like, remember that time I threw you off a roof? It's like, that's all I know you for. I can't think of anything. I'm sorry.
That's
For right now, Kasumi is just going to try to get in tune with the elements whenever possible.
Well, you're traveling along the coast for a long time, so you have ample opportunity to further commune with the water. You find that water is
Talkative.
no, that's quite the opposite. So the elements aren't animate. The
Yeah.
water does not think, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't have lessons to teach. And you're beginning to sort of scrape the surface, as it were, of the waves in thinking of means to best communicate the connection to water that you have and the connection to the other elements that you are just beginning to brush against to other people.
Cool.
However, you're beginning to think that if you were to actually start to teach people, it would need to be in a more controlled environment.
Yeah. Huh. maybe I should build something.
Mm.
But what could it be?
Blood spa. Blood spa. Blood spa.
I'm hearing
You're
calls
not
for
vamp-
blood spas.
None of you are vampires.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you
Not
sure?
not yet.
I'm pretty sure.
Never too late.
Okay. So Sada is being pensive.
Yeah.
Suru is looking to take her cue from others,
Sada doing? She's on a horse.
I presume.
Yep.
Otherwise, she's walking when everyone else is riding.
I'll ride up next to her and say, hey,
But
I don't want to ally with T.
me neither.
I don't think we have to ally with the Shogun either, though.
Yeah. I don't think so either.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'll wave and I'll ride away.
At least I don't think so. But yeah.
I'm glad to hear that you say that, because I wasn't sure that's what you were thinking earlier.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about a lot of stuff.
Like what?
Just about growing up and what I was told and what's the truth now. I'm still really sort of going all over it in my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. See you later.
All right. Thanks for checking in.
For sure.
Yeah.
She just kind of slows down and goes back to where she was. Not how I thought that was going to go.
Do you think it was going to be a more adversarial thing?
No, not necessarily. I didn't know that Sada wanted nothing to do with the Shogun as well, though, because it kind of sounded like you guys were into that last that I heard.
No, it more so it Kasumi was kind of arguing for like we don't have as much reason to say no right now. But they brought up good points about the whole Eldritch Kimball stuff. So
Okay.
I guess I can check on that. I mean, I don't think she's going to talk to me or anything, but I'll just go bother that other general. She's kind of trying to keep to herself, so I'll just
Yes.
kind of keep tabs on her.
All right. As you sort of slow down and slow up for the general and her bodyguard to catch up to you, you note that her bodyguards are immediately very alert and focused on you. She sort of waves them at ease, but they do stay rather close to you, the two of you, as you start pulling up alongside of her.
They're Myron.
The general has her mask open and looks at you. You know she's a older woman, probably in her 50s. Time has creased her face, as well as the cares of commanding troops. And she looks at you with sort of flinty, analytical eyes. You are the mercenary Suru, I presume.
I guess you can call me mercenary still, yeah.
I had heard of a warrior that wielded a blade of that size.
Yeah, I guess it kind of gets me a lot of attention.
It's hard to miss. Can I help you today, Suru of Surugu?
It looked pretty lonely back here. What, with only 10 guards back here? So I thought I'd keep you company.
Your concern is appreciated. Admittedly, they are not necessarily the best for conversation.
I hope you have a lot more faith in their ability to fight than their ability to converse then.
Oh, believe me, I realize that I am essentially at your mercy. They could never hope to defend me against all of you, though they might give me enough time to escape.
Maybe. I don't think you have to worry about that.
That was my calculus as well. From what I've heard, you and Sada and her band is surprisingly honorable in your dealings.
They are.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have come with you. Tell me, you're from the island, yes? Oh,
Hello?
are you still there?
I even said it twice because I didn't think you heard me. I said yes.
Oh, yeah, no, I couldn't hear you. And but you're relatively recent member of these rebels.
I guess you could say that, yeah. I spent a lot of my life bouncing around, fighting for whoever would pay me. These are the first people I felt like I should stick with.
Interesting. Why?
Because we're gonna kill the Shogun.
It's a bold thing to say to me.
What?
Yeah.
What the? What the?
Akio in front of you doing that.
I'm curious
That bear, though, is all about, I'm sure.
as to why you would.
Well, he's ruined a lot of people's lives. Mine is among them, sort of. I guess. He shaped my life, at least. A lot of what I'm doing these days is as a direct result of his actions.
I imagine there are many thousands with the same story as yours. Though perhaps not with the same means as you two.
Yeah. How many of them are ready to do it? Because I am.
She presses her lips into a thin frown. For what it's worth, I am sorry for any hardship that you have had to endure as a result of the Shogunate's actions. It
Is that
wasn't
so?
out of malice.
I don't care what it was out of.
I suppose you wouldn't. Do you think that Sada Ryudo would be the superior leader for Hardener then?
Honestly, I don't know. I do think so, or I wouldn't be following her, but she's confusing sometimes.
Your honesty is refreshing. It's good to know at least that she collects around her people who will tell the truth instead of simple sycophants. Where on the island are you from? And she will Kamiko. That's our next stop, isn't it?
Looks that way, yeah.
I should like for you to show me around if you would indulge me.
Sure. Why not?
Thank you, Sir Kamiko. I look forward to it. And she goes back to guiding her horse. But if there's anything you'd like to say, she seems to be mostly done with the conversation.
Hello?
Hello.
I can hear you again.
Yeah, I said no, I think we're good for now.
Okay. All right. You go back to riding your horse. She goes back to riding hers. The bodyguards visibly relax, and the journey continues. Hmm?
No, I'm just singing along. That's what Pathfinder and Akio are doing, because they're buddies. They're happy.
They had a somewhat adversarial relationship because of their
What?
yeah, because of how Akio trained him.
Oh yeah, you're right. But then Pathfinder died, so
Yeah.
They've gotten over it real fast.
also maybe
Bear threw Akio off a roof.
yeah. Maybe Pathfinder will throw Akio off a roof and be like, "Look, I've learned, Sensei." And Akio will be like, "I don't know how to climb." Alright.
Akio, a crumpled heap 30 feet below. Good job!
I'm proud of my son.
Yeah.
How about you, Palina? Anything you want to do on this journey?
No, I just got some stuff to think about, I guess.
Mm.
Kasumi interrupts Pal's thinking. How's it going?
It's going fine. How's it going with you?
I don't know. It seems like you just had some stuff on your mind recently.
Yeah. Yeah, can I tell you about a dream I had?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I know it's generally not the most exciting thing to hear about other people's dreams.
Oh, good for it.
Talk to a 10 cat. It was like in a dreamy kind of way. I think it was a literal
Like,
divine intervention sort of thing.
okay, so not just like you had a dream about a 10 cat, you dreamed that you act like in your
Yeah.
dream the actual 10 cat was there.
Yeah, he sort of stepped in mid-dream.
Okay, like how big was he on a scale?
I think he was like 10 or 8 feet tall. It was pretty big.
Okay, because whenever I first like read about him, like
Yeah.
when we read those little books about from that Bones guy, who sounded like it being as big as a barn.
Yeah.
Yep, he might have been. I think maybe he came to me in a size smaller as not to freak me out. I don't know. It's God's man. I don't know.
Was he
Anyways.
oily like in the book, though?
I think
Anyways.
he's pretty oily.
So, okay, so he spoke to you. Sorry, I didn't mean to just.
Yeah, no, please, yeah.
Oh, please ask me about the oily.
Please. No, yeah.
I didn't note that during the dream, but yeah, no, he was glistening.
Glistening, thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Was
Alright,
he
back
like
to your
sizzling a little bit?
Was he what?
Like a fajita?
Like a hot pizza pie?
Like you know, he just had so much. He was so oily, and he was left out in the sun. He got a little too warm.
No, the sun was mild and pleasant. It wasn't sizzling hot in the dream anyway. I don't. Why? What?
I don't know. I just am curious.
I don't think I've ever heard that part in descriptions of him. Is that your own headcanon?
I mean, I don't really sit there and think about a 10 cat all the time. It's just
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what
She
you're thinking.
said liarly.
Yeah.
Liarly. I like it.
so okay. So I'm sorry. He spoke to you in your dream, and
Yeah. Oh, he gave me some direction about the where to build temples, who to speak to. Seemed happy with my progress. It was very casual.
well, I mean, you are very strong.
I mean, yeah.
Like,
Thank you.
you're probably the strongest person I know, except in the literal sense of Suru being
Yeah.
literally, I kind of terrifying.
Yes.
Hey,
I mean, speak for yourself, though. Come on.
Well, I mean, I can control water, but like
Yeah,
you can punch somebody's heart out.
Zero can lift the whole ocean up.
for a while, Kasumi, he kind of scared the shit out of me.
I had a lot going on.
Yeah, I understand.
It's a lot of pressure.
I know. You seem more balanced these days.
Well, I mean, you start talking to the ocean enough, and
You do that? What?
you start going with the flow.
Like directly speaking to the ocean?
I mean, I don't know directly, but like, I mean, do you remember when I went, exploring in the harbor of Aven, and when I like meditated at that one thing at the top of the mountain here in Sarugu, like I communicated with the water, like
Felt a
in a
connection?
literal, like almost in a literal sense. Like, I guess water can't really talk, but like
Oh, you're
I don't know.
cutting out. Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Am I cutting out?
Oh,
Hello, am I cutting out?
hello.
I think you're good.
Is it
Okay.
me?
You sound fine.
Oh, maybe it's me?
I don't know.
It's me. Probably
I've just been kind of pausing occasionally, just as I'm trying to find the words. But no. I mean, it's not quite the same as being talked to by a literal god. I mean, water's not a god; it's just water. But I feel more in tune with that these days. So, yeah. But you're doing great, and I think that you are very much the model of an Atenket. We're not
man.
worshiper, but who Atenket would exemplify.
That's very sweet of you to say. Yeah. What do you mean?
I'm not good at this. You know that.
Yeah, I know. I've known you for a long time, I know.
Doing my best.
Yeah. Okay. That's all we can do, right?
And hey, you're doing your best. And whatever the Tenket wants of you, you're gonna do great of it.
Do you think we're doing our best as like a unit? What do you think about what we're doing here?
I honestly don't know. I
neither.
don't know if we've gotten kind of lost in the weeds. I feel has gotten a lot more than I guess we considered it could be.
Yeah, I feel like we got to a point where we're leadership, and we got sort of busy with that, and lost sort of direction of where do we go from here and why. What are we doing? I don't know. I feel bad for feeling this way, I guess.
It's nothing to feel bad about. It's only natural to question where you are in life. You kind of have to, otherwise you never take stock of what you're doing, and you just kind of go blind.
I guess so, but I feel like for a lot of my life I didn't question where we were going.
Well,
Yeah.
time you start. You're smart. You have a good eye for things.
I'm just worried about what answers or conclusions I might come to if I start asking that and thinking about it too hard.
I mean, I understand that, but if there are answers that you need to reach, then you need to reach them.
Yeah.
So, we'll figure it out. If I'm being honest, I know I mentioned it back during the whole meeting, but I'm serious. I don't know how much longer I want to be a leader of war.
Yeah.
There are other things I want to do.
That's good to hear.
Thanks.
And we ride on.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good natural stopping spot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bad boy, you would not believe how much the chicken wanted to get into my mouth.
I can't. I really love that Nuva has just taken. He's gone the opposite route of Sal's in the whole talking to himself thing, and elected to talk exclusively with himself.
Yeah, that's the thing about playing a DM with a lot of NPCs. You have to try and make sure that you're not talking to yourself the whole time, because then that sort of excludes the players. But if you're a player that wants to talk to themselves, just like have at it. I don't know.
That's so weird. They really wanted to. Were they full of sin? No, that's a. They were sinful chickens, I think. And then I ate. And then the one got in my mouth, and it was great. And then I got. Polonius got really mad at me. Really.
And everyone yells at me for bringing up Pathfinder vices.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Continue
At
to.
least this isn't full of dicks.
I mean,
Hey. That was an that was an Aristus exclusive. Yeah, but that's what Aki is just catching Fatfire up, I guess. They're having fun talking together. Yeah, we went to a spa and I worked out with the. Oh! Drop my mic.
I was gonna say a spider just sneaked up onto him.
Falls off his horse.
But he is the horse.
Oh
No,
shit!
Accio.
I thought it was, yeah.
Yeah, Batfire just falls over and flails.
Seems right.
Or Batfire was riding a horse and it was just very strange looking.
No.
So yes, you go past the temple of, such as it is, the temple of Urchulan, wherein rests the planner portal. And as you do so, you note that it has been cleaned up a lot. All of the bones in the charred pit have been cleaned up. And as you ride past, you see a figure in the doorway.
Who?
It is a woman
Oh.
who is much in the same way as the former portal keeper. Her hair wet and plastered to her face. Her skin bloated and pale, nearly translucent. Blue veins visible in its surface. And she peers at you with rheumy eyes as your party makes its way past, but says nothing.
Okay then.
Ursulon.
If you say it a third time, you might appear.
Ursulon.
Da, 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 da. Anyway.
A giant jellyfish appears and eats you.
Really, how do we feel about this? Anybody?
Let's just ignore it.
I mean, you know, who knows?
Okay. Feel like that's something we shouldn't ignore, but alright.
Well, I mean, I guess we could stop and talk. I don't really know what to say to. I mean, I assume they're just somebody else who was sent to watch over the portal like before.
Why? Who sent them?
Urchelon.
Urchelon.
Urchelon?
How do we feel about this? Do we want this here?
We can't really stop.
I don't. Well, I don't know. That's an excuse to do nothing at all. I don't know anything about the guy, meaning Ursulon. So, okay,
Well, then let's stop and talk, and we'll find out what's what.
okay. Seer jumps off her horse, rides over to the woman, and jumps off her horse.
Huh?
Oh, what the fuck?
The woman's eyes focus on you as much as they can, You notice one is severely cataracted as she leans upon a twisted and gnarled staff. It's wood, having been twisted into an almost tentacular representation. And she speaks to you and says, "What the fuck do you mean, what the fuck?"
What are you doing here? Who sent you here?
I'm the keeper of the portal.
Okay, now I'm glad we talked to her.
You're the soul of the previous portal keeper.
Yeah, I killed him. He was a dick. Are you a dick too?
He was foolish. Clearly. I am made wiser by his foolish experience.
Okay. I'm gonna look around. Probably won't be worth anything, but I
You
may
look
as well.
inside the portal, inside the dome of the temple. You can see the little sleeping spot for the portal keeper, and you can see the floating stones of the portal itself. You note that they are still presently, and that there is nothing visible beyond them. They appear. It appears much as it did before. You note that the floor is no longer just dirt and actually is been replaced by a sort of cobblestone.
What do you do here? Why is there a portal here? What's the whole point of all this? And she just gestures around. How long has this been here?
Not long.
Well, then why now?
The Watcher in the clouds and seas
What?
has decided that this part shall be a place of his connection.
Why?
The plans and schemes of the Watching One are timeless and beyond my comprehension. I know not why, but he has touched my mind and commanded me to watch over this place to prevent its misuse and ensure its safety.
Really don't like you. I don't like any of this. I'm just gonna go. And she gets back on her horse.
Farewell.
Don't trouble yourself, please.
Alright, bye.
I don't like those guys.
Okay, so we're gonna assign some scouts to watch this place.
Yeah,
Pretty much always.
that seems wise. That was really upsetting and weird. Why do they have to be so slimy?
What Ursulon? Does anybody know anything about that?
Anyone can roll knowledge religion.
Gosh, I don't know. Let's see.
I can roll knowledge planes, but I'm also not here.
Mm.
I don't have my sheet open like a loser.
I don't think I have knowledge religion. I have knowledge nobility.
I mean, Shinichi does, since Shinichi is there.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true.
Paulina.
Yeah.
Your knowledge religion. Urchelon is a sort of esoteric god. You think, you know that in the grand scheme of things, Urchelon is sort of like this primordial deity. You know that it sort of like sits in the astral sea and makes sure that planes don't collapse on each other. But other than that, you don't know much about the specifics of its worship or why this person is touched by Urchelon or why they're so slimy.
Well,
But you do know that it has a strange sort of weird, it has a sort of weird connection to ocean life. It's typically described as a giant jellyfish.
well, guess I relay that, but it's not satisfying.
No.
Wish I knew
The
more.
thing is, yeah, the thing about Urchelon is that it's sort of esoteric. It's not easy to just you don't find information on it readily forthcoming, and it's not like a huge religion where people have written books on Urchelon, but it's more like academic study.
It's sort of like a weird law of the universe and not so much a god.
Yes,
But also it's a
does not
jellyfish.
it does not have a widespread religion. You know
Interesting.
that.
Okay. Weird.
You do know something. One more thing with a 23.
Oh.
You know that Urchelon, bizarrely for gods, doesn't seem to care about souls
Okay.
or accruing them. But that's it. That is the complete extent of your knowledge of Urchelon.
So it just sort of does what it does, and we don't know why exactly.
Maybe someday.
I hope not.
That's
We
the
never have to
secret-
hear about that guy again.
That's the secret fourth campaign.
Oh, jeez.
We did just use its portal that just
Yeah.
kind of popped up on our island. So, at least I didn't want to just ignore it.
No, you're right. You made the right call.
Hmm.
And,
It is useful for to going to other planes. Otherwise, you can't really do that. Anyway, it is not long before you are passing over the river and heading into Kamako. The town, once again, opens up at your arrival. You get a nice little crowd of people waving you hello as you enter into the streets. Almost as if the people of Kamako had been warned that you're forthcoming.
That's
And-
crazy.
Yeah, I know,
Weird.
bizarre, right? They all just show up and start waving hello and going, hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Thought realizes this is what Ghidorah's wanted the royal seal for.
How are you all? We hope you're doing well.
Hope you're doing well.
we love
Citizen?
all of you.
We love you so much.
Is that General Toki no Otoshi here with us?
Tokino Otoshi would have traveled with you, yes.
Hey, remember when I kicked your ass here? Good times.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
That did rule.
Gotta admit, it was pretty lit.
All of my bones were broken.
Look back on it fondly.
You are greeted by the magistrate, Kono Asahi, and her brother, Saigo, her head of security, and are feted and put up in their home. It is very nice.
Very nice.
Kamako has come a long way since you guys first visited here. One thing, it's
We have a Kitsune-led criminal gang.
yes,
Yeah.
which is a good thing.
Yes. How's the
Um,
booze? They remake the booze.
Yes, they have
Didn't the thing burn down once?
Yeah,
Oh,
and you did rebuild that, is?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep,
So-
one brewery, still functional.
All right.
So yes, you are all. It's a good time. Nice, well defended town that you end up in. Without a horrible underworld that murders people and kidnaps them and stores them in their
That's good.
underground base.
Yeah.
A night in Kamako. So you take the spend. The Konos take their time in making sure that you're comfortable and well cared for. Suru, do you show the general around Kamako?
A little while, sure.
Okay. It doesn't take very long. Kamako is not that big of a town. And you point out the various sites. This is where I was captured by bandits. Kobayame takes it in. It looks like a lot of other towns. She seems to be more noting that people seem to like you and Sada and your group. That they seem to be quite happy, and what that means about what it was like during the Shogun administration, or at least the regents. The night passes uneventfully, and soon you are heading towards Io once more, finally reaching the small town with its shrine and its houses and its little wall. And its moat. Excuse me, it does not have a wall, it has a moat. Oh no, it does have a wall.
Has one
It
wall.
has one wall, it
Where
has
is
one
it?
moat.
Where do we put the one wall?
I don't remember.
As
I think we put it to the south.
Cool.
It would make sense if it was to the south.
Yeah.
mhm.
I hope nobody just goes right around it. Frick.
That's what the moat is for.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It also has a library,
Oh yeah.
which it never had before. And at the heart of it, its shrine, which this shrine is sort of currently just champion shrine. You could dedicate it to one of your three gods.
Polonius.
No.
Yeah.
As you enter into Io, Godars has spent no less than a week here. So he has built up the greeting of the people for quite a bit. And you get 2,000 people basically waving hello to you as you enter into the town. The general seems quite surprised. As you enter into Io and head towards one of the nicer homes to relax with the former samurai of Kansai known as Sir, who is now the elder of the town,
Ah yes.
who puts you up, not exactly in luxury, but in fair comfort.
That's alright. Yeah.
You are now in Io,
Yes.
and as dinner is served and your people are relaxing, the general asks you for... We are now in Io. For... how How would you like to show me what you have brought me here to show?
Honestly, it's best if you talk to the people themselves.
Is
And
that? Oh, the old village elder died, I guess.
Yeah.
Killed by the Elder Temple, no less.
Was he really?
Yarp.
Oh,
By the
bummer.
temple,
Did
specifically.
he have a kid?
I feel like that might have been part of it. The kid might have died too. I know that the current leader of EO is Sir.
Yeah, I remember that because we set him up there. I'm just trying to figure, like, if Gadaris had 2 days here, he like would have spent some time at least scoping out some good sob stories.
Oh yeah. You don't have to look very far. Everyone who was a citizen of EO at that time had something. Remember,
Perfect.
this was your first. This was the 3 Elder Temple guys in Valentino's jerk
Hell
brigade.
yeah.
So these guys, there was a what's her face, a Haridan inquisitor among them.
Yeah.
They were very good at torturing people.
yeah.
Well,
And
yeah,
they're
then
all
in that
vindictive
case,
enough to make ample use of that.
for sure, there is like a lot, or I don't know if it's like a lineup, but like Gadaris has taken some the time to like find people who are willing or ready to talk at least.
Yeah, Gadaris, you had a week, so
That's a ton of time, yeah.
yeah, you are. It is very easy for you to find everyone, and pretty much anyone who isn't willing to speak to you is unwilling to speak to you because the memories are too painful. But many people are willing to engage and talk to this general and communicate their story. And during the early evening, you bring in a number of people. Roll diplomacy. You know what?
All right. I can click that button.
Yeah.
Gadaris skills. Diplo. There you
Nice.
go.
You bring in 43 individuals to relay their story. You are up past midnight listening to stories starting at like 5.
I regret this.
Just listening to what these people went through. How the Elder Temple butchered their people, killed their elder. Later, EO was attacked again and had to endure it again. EO has been just dunked on repeatedly by the Regency and thus the Shogunate. The general looks... By the end of this, the general looks extremely tired, but also very pained at what she's listening to. You get the feeling that she is not in this to make a needless massacre of her own people. The final person that Gadaris had arranged to speak for the night bows and leaves the home of Sir, leaving you all alone. Well, with each other. At the low tables that have been set up in the largest room of the house, just off the main entrance. The remains of your dinner has long been cleared away. The latest round of tea was brought out a few minutes earlier. Sir has admitted to you, Sada, quietly that he is beginning to run out.
I'll recoup him after this.
He thanks you. And as the last person leave, silence falls over the room.
Sada claps her hands on top of the table. I need to talk to you.
I cannot stop you.
Let me be honest with you. Most of this, for me, was honestly buying time to try and think of what to say. Honestly, maybe the Shogun is right. Maybe there was a reason he had to work with the other temple. I have no idea what his life was. For all my life growing up, it was forced into my head that Tsurugu was my birthright, that I needed to take revenge on the Shogun. And that's all I've ever known. All I've ever strived for. That was the future I planned for myself. But now that I've reached it, and I've taken back Tsurugu, I had no idea what would come next. But now, I never really truly knew my father. He's nothing but stories to me. Maybe the Shogun was right to kill him. Maybe he was right to force war and tea. Can't really say without meeting the man myself, and not through a proxy of an intimidating army. All I know, and all I strive for now, is just not just for Tsurugu, but for all of Hadno to be free. Free from the Gold Empire, free from the Shogun, and even free from me. The people shouldn't be beholden to birthright and blood, for the right to rule. All I can do is make sure the people of Hadno can reach a brighter future, even if T or the Shogun get in my way. So, that's what I have to say. Act as you must. For now, that's what I'll continue to do, no matter who gets in my way. And Sada ends with that, and bows her head.
This almost seems trite, but roll diplomacy.
Alright.
Yeah, okay, that seems appropriate. The general has stiffened at your words. Her jaw works a little as she looks at you. I have learned a lot today about what has been done in the name of my Shogun. Though I would say that perhaps much has been done in the name of the former regent of your island.
Likely.
Still, if this is what the Elder Temple is truly capable of, so long as the Shogun works with them, all of Hadano is at risk of being treated as Io was. That is a very frightening prospect. What would you have me do, Sada Ryodo of Hadano, of Tsurugu, rather? I'm curious as to what you want from me.
Honestly, I want you to be free to choose what you want to do. I don't know what that is. Preferably I wouldn't want to fight your army, but But I leave the choice to you.
If the Shogun were to jettison his relationship with the Elder Temple, would that affect your consideration of fealty?
Maybe. But like I said, honestly, I need to meet him myself, not through a proxy. I have no idea who he really is.
If you do. I cannot honorably or ethically command my army to destroy one who has only protected their people. People who are my people as well. I will return to my troops. I will lead them away from your lands. And I hope that when I return, it will be with word of a shogunate free of this malign influence.
I hope so too.
Yes. Excuse me. I would like to retire now. It has been a very long day.
Yes.
And she stands. She is led away to a chamber where she can sleep. Her bodyguards take up stances around it. And you are left with only yourselves.
So we're by ourselves now.
Yes.
Like, are we? And we're sure that the general is out of earshot.
Well, I mean, the walls are paper. You might want to go outside.
Okay, I'm gonna ask. You know, the whole crew to head outside.
Go for a night walk.
A little bit.
All right.
As you are leaving, Sir pipes up and goes, "If you are looking for some place to be alone, the shrine is probably your best bet.
Okay.
Alright.
It is typically empty this time of night."
Well, to the shrine we go.
Alright. The Shrine of Io is much as you left it. It's so...
Nasty.
No,
So nasty.
Nasty.
no, it has been well cleaned. Though still in your memory you can see in your mind's eye where the bodies were impaled upon the bamboo shoots in the courtyard.
That wasn't good.
No.
How does somebody get involved with that and then just be like, whoopsie, I didn't know it was bad?
Whoopsie.
The Elder Temple has extremely good publicity.
Yeah.
The shrine itself has been cleaned and is basically just been dedicated as a general shrine to the champion gods. There's just an altar. It's not even really marked with any particular holy symbols. Just some incense holders. The shrine keeper bows to you deeply as you enter. And after finishing sweeping up a little spot on the floor, shuffles out of the room towards his quarters outside.
Okay. So, once he's in his quarters, and I know he's in his quarters, I'm just going to turn around, look inside, I'd be like, what the fuck was that?
What?
We spent all this time trying to, in a very valid way, show that the Elder Temple was bad, and like we're real lucky how it turned out. But instead of continuing with that narrative of the very true Elder Temple is bad, you kind of gave away that we don't know what the fuck we're doing. And if we don't know what the fuck we're doing, why are we doing it?
I know what
Like-
I'm doing.
But no one else does. You didn't tell us that. Like it blindsided us. It blindsided me anyways. I don't know how anybody else felt, but like that was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was kind of a lot to.
It was sort of
Drop.
a little bit of out of nowhere.
I think if we're your leadership and the people you're supposed to trust, you could have said anything to
It
us
wasn't-
before that.
It just came to me then.
Oh yeah.
I even though I was arguing for maybe, hey, we should think about allying with the Shogun, I had the good sense not to just be like, hey, we don't know what we're doing.
I didn't say that.
You did though.
No.
Sada, like you essentially came. We showed them all this stuff. We had a whole night, hours on hours of stories of harrowing tales that shook this person to the core. Which is the only reason why I think she actually listened to us. And then you said verbatim that this whole time I was just trying to figure out what to say. I didn't know what to say, and this was a good way to stall.
Yeah, but this was a stalling tactic only, and not a genuine.
I said it was for me.
You're the leader.
Yeah,
You represent
speak-
all of us.
Yeah.
I
that's
slapped
not-
Katsumi.
Whoa.
What the fuck? Can I get between them?
I mean, I don't think there's many people who could stop you.
Can I get between them?
I mean, you're going to
I-
have to because
Oh!
the pillars of ice are forming around Kasumi.
I got bodyguards.
Batbearer walks between you both and makes some space.
That bear makes a lot of space.
Okay.
He's not even trying to, he just walks.
Yeah.
Alright. I don't really quite... Well, I don't quite understand Sada's actions right now. That was really actually uncalled for, Sada. Kasumi is your advisor. She knows what she's saying. She just wants to have some elaboration. You don't have... Kasumi?
We don't lead on feeling alone. We have to think about it. And I turn and leave.
I think she.
And little like in my footfalls leave little imprints of ice as I do.
Oh, that's good.
Really cool.
Yeah, I think she was right to bring these concerns to you. That was a lot, and I don't know. It felt like we were getting these people on our side, at least showing what has been happening, and that maybe we're not in the wrong to have helped these people to have improved their lives. And then you do this sanctimonious thing, and I feel like it just flipped it all upside down. I don't know.
I agree with them.
I also leave. I don't know what to say past that.
I don't think you're wrong to say how you felt, and I think in general we kind of fly by the seat of our pants. I am not afraid about being honest about that. But I don't feel like you did that in the right way, and I'm not even really sure you care. I tried to talk to you before this, and you didn't want to say anything.
I didn't know what to say.
For not knowing what to say, you sure said a lot.
Yeah. I want Hanno to be a better place.
Now, I've been gone for a while, So I must ask what prompted this, I suppose, this decision? Were you inspired?
I love the vampire. I know I haven't been here for a while, but that seems not right.
I kind of want. I mean, the entire purpose, and well, no offense, bringing up a bad event, but I had hoped that even when I had died, that you would be placed on the throne. That was the entire purpose we had come here. And regardless of what the Shogun stands for, I'm in a particular pickle of he killed our parents. That's not exactly something you forgive them, regardless of reasons. Now I understand what I understand. I think what you're trying to do. It's just I don't see how you came to this particular idea. I feel like I missed something. That you. A lot of people worked very hard to get you here. And I'm willing to even put myself in that particular line of fire. I had intended, with my life, to put you on that throne, Sada. And now it seems you're relinquishing it?
Not until I can get the Hadnode to a place where it doesn't need a throne.
Where it doesn't need a throne?
Do you, and
Or
what
it
do
doesn't
you...
need leadership? Or...
And
People
what do
can
you...
choose their own leaders.
Okay,
I'm
so
going...
talk to kobolds.
I'm going to need to... Okay. I'm going to ask something very drastic, and I don't know if that... What is that? Okay, stop. Do the people that you are talking for, do they know that you're doing this for them? Do they comprehend what you're trying to do? Sada, you are a leader. You were born with a leader's blood running through your veins. And you're deciding to put that responsibility on... Well, I don't even know. What would the process be? How would the leader be picked?
Who
That's
is
sort
this
of
gonna
messed
lead
up.
to?
Look, a lot is just happened right now. I think clearly we need to have some time and then have everybody be brought up on equal footing. Now, regardless of what decision you make, well, you've already made the decision before you talk to any of us. So it's very hard to actually tell you that we'll be on your side. You have to win us over. And you have to make sure that you understand from Kasumi's perspective that what you have basically volunteered for all of us. Do you understand that? What is that?
Is it bubble wrap? What is it?
It
Who's
sounds like a
snip-snapping?
bit of mic issue.
Okay. How true.
Food, you're making little crackling noises.
Alright. I'm not really sure where to take this conversation, so now I had to step between you and Kasumi because something regrettable would have happened. But right now, Sada, you are going to have to win this party over with your actions just now. Because I'm frankly siding with Kasumi here. She makes more sense. Now, that's obviously not going to be something objectively cemented. But you're going to have to bring a better explanation than this future potential of the leader shall be picked from the people themselves. Especially because you could have brought this up at a better time, in all honesty, and brought it up with us first. I'm gonna go make sure that Kasumi has cooled down. So, with your grace, Daimyo. And I walk out and see where Kasumi went.
At this point, Mino and I presume Akio leaves with Batbear.
No, Akio's gonna stand next to Sada, and he's gonna do some talking, but I feel like I should give somebody room. Alright.
Well, and remaining in the room is Akio, Gadaris, and Shunichi. And Sada.
Alright. That's... Alright. That was very interesting what you did. I'm assuming that what happened to Viven had an impact on you or something? Well, I'm apparently gonna do this now, so... I'm out of character. Civil War! Alright. I mean, I'm not exactly in a particular position like you guys with the history that you have. From my perspective, at least as an outsider, as someone who was born in Surugu but spent most of his life outside, not having to worry about the government. Well, I mean,
we
leaders.
did too.
Well, yeah, but let me tell you. I wish I could tell you about your father. I feel like I'm old enough. Wait a second. Can I roll? 1 second. I actually think I can roll for this.
Roll knowledge, father.
No, nobility. Would that actually be appropriate?
Ooh.
I have
Sure.
both. Okay, I both
What are you
have
trying to
history-
think of?
I'm trying to remember what the era of Sada's father was like. I feel like I would know the people around Sada and how they were like. I also have.
You would have been in your 20s, so yeah, your memory would go back that far.
All right, so history or nobility would be appropriate for this.
Really history.
Okay. Ah, damn it. Should have rolled the one with the 15 in it.
Still, yeah, you can remember back to what it was like then.
What was Sada's father like?
Sada's father was like any number of other Hadanese lords. He ruled the island he ruled the island autocratically, but not with malice. He was fair and even-handed. Some would even say even good.
Okay.
He made sure that the people had enough to eat, that they did not labor under cruel conditions. But they didn't really have a say in what they did, because he was the daimyo.
I see.
And that's what he said goes.
Alright. Okay, so let me see if I can work this into something. You ever... I'm actually surprised that you never asked me this, but you ever wondered why I became a mercenary? Sada?
Nope.
There's a freedom, in just essentially telling anybody that you do with what you want and you get hired, but you have your back and forths, you have the freedom to say no. Now, I didn't leave Surugu because I had to run away from the country. In fact, my parents had a good life here. And when they eventually passed, as did we eventually all, I kind of thought I had something more. And when I left, I didn't think the country was in a bad enough situation where I couldn't ever come back. I intended to come and have a family here. That's how comfortable it was. I didn't. And at the back of my mind, I would always look forward to docking here. Because there was a home here for me. I'm trying to say, essentially, that this country had a lot of good when I left. Your father, I don't know if he was politically competitive behind the scenes, but he was a good ruler. I can at least assure you that. Now, from my perspective, leaders exchange. That's normal. They exchange. They swap out and they swap in, but and usually the people don't have the ability to decide the quality of their leader. Now, you've been a good leader to the point where now you think you can pass that mantle of power on to the people. That's actually very interesting. You're popping a proposition that has a lot of potential. But that's really new. And I don't think the populace is going to be ready for that unless you have a candidate. You're going to need to present very soon, I think, the opportunity of your proposal. You understand that, right?
It's not something I plan to put in an immediate effect.
Then why?
I'm not going to do it until.
Then what made you what made you slap the horse's ass here? What prompted you to do this now? To bring this up? That's not good enough of an answer. You're a leader. You're supposed to have a
You didn't let me
definition on
finish.
all your... Oh, sorry. I thought you were just saying because.
Because that general, the only thing I feel like she'd really resonate with, take to heart, would be the truth. And that's how I feel.
And what is that truth?
That I want Hano to be free.
Okay. Alright, let's... So... You're a revolutionary monarch, right? Okay. I don't exactly see the party thinking that your actions were from a bad place, but you're going to have to win them over. A lot happened. Hell, a lot of that happened and I wasn't here for it. You're gonna have to redefine your war effort. So I'm just going to ask in general, because I think if you can just rally them around a goal, the rest, the others will see eye to eye with you. That's the most important thing. What do you intend on doing in relation with the Shogun right now?
Going to keep going as we've always had.
With the intent of revenge?
Oh.
Will you?
Well,
Then
not
what
like
is it?
that. I'm going to keep. Guess we're going to keep taking more islands of Hadno. Until the Shogun himself, until I can know who the Shogun really is.
Okay. That's still not good enough, Sada. Say he's in front of you right now. We don't even know what the Shogun is, to be honest, at this point. The Shogun is right in front of you. What do you do, Sada? You need to have that answer.
I
For
talked to
Kasumi,
him.
Empire.
I talked to
You
him.
talked.
Yep. Doesn't want to, then things can go as they were going.
A knife to his throat?
Yep.
Alright. There we go. A rallying point. Alright. I think if you just let me have some time, I can talk to Kasumi, I can talk to Bathfire, I can talk to the others, I can at least see what I can do. Unless you want to do that on your own.
Indeed, Akio, if I might.
Hmm.
I do not think it is you who need to speak to Kasumi the most.
Fair. All right. Well, I'll at least leave this on your shoulders since a lot just happened. Sada, and I try to make you look at me straight in the eyes. Are you looking at me?
Yep.
You're a good leader. You have your heart in a good place. But sometimes, and I do genuinely need to emphasize this, you can't wear goodness on your sleeve. Politics is not that simple. And genuinely, you've presented a weakness. Honesty can only go so far, okay? This will eventually relay back to the Shogun, and we will either reap from the benefits or suffer its consequences. So I want you to think about that. You're going to need to decide what kind of leader you want to be, especially now that you've decided that, well, there's potentially an expiration on it. And with that, well, see you. And I guess I leave the tent.
Last remaining people in the shrine are Gadaris, Shunichi, and Sada herself. Gadaris, are you just gonna hang out, or?
I don't know.
Also, as an aside, Gadaris, just so you know, while you're in this shrine, you do feel very uncomfortable.
The Champion's Shrine?
Yeah.
Bummer. Yeah, I feel constipated. Bad thing to have at this exact moment. I don't know, it's an odd thing for Gadaris, because for Gadaris, like, his existence currently relies on the Ryudo dynasty lasting, and it's fraught. I don't know what he would necessarily do in this situation. I suppose his impulse would be to try and talk to others in order to convince them to support Sada. But he is also just, I don't know, like a bit confused and out of sorts. This is a kind of thing that he's used to. Most of the time, what he's used to when he needs to talk to people is like, you know, show his nips and like do a hot little dance. Not
Try that out.
would anybody like to see a hot little dance and some nips in these trying? Can I offer you some nips in these trying times?
Nips here, got you hot. Nips.
Neither Shunichi and I presume Sada seem to react to this.
No,
presentation.
he doesn't strip off right at this moment because he's still kind of in thought, I guess, about it. So yeah, I don't know. I have a particular response right now. Sorry.
Alright. Sada, you're also alone there. You have your literal angel and demon. Well, nearly little.
I can be your angle or your devil.
Sitting at your sides. As you remain silent, eventually you do hear Shinichi's voice synthesizer turn on.
What?
The way Shunichi creates his voice, he basically has a little phonograph in his chest.
Okay, I thought you were preparing to auto-tune. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm like, that seems very inappropriate.
So yeah, it's not something that I can do vocally, but basically whenever an Iteron is speaking to you, you first hear it before they actually start speaking.
Oh, I never. Okay, I didn't know that, apparently. Ignore me. Because I'm about to leave soon anyway.
So, one of my favorite expressions is to meet everyone you encounter with an open hand. That is not quite what I meant.
Like slapping them.
Yes, Gadars. That is what I am alluding to.
We should slap the rest of them.
That is not true. Kasumi was right to feel blindsided. She was. Kasumi told you that with the intent to help you in the future. Kasumi has done nothing but support you in these endeavors, and has bled to do so. It is my opinion that Kasumi is due an apology for that. These are the people that you must trust in order to succeed. You must let them in to your thoughts and how to advance your cause. For without them, if they abandon you,
Kasumi already is.
Kasumi is abdicating a position as general. That does not mean she is abandoning you. Perhaps that is simply not the best way for her to serve you going forward. And even if it was, your reward for all her past service is to slap her in the face. When you people rule their island and do something that you disagree with, will you slap them as well? There are better ways to address disagreement. Shunichi stands. You must learn them, or I fear you will fail. With that, he strolls out of the shrine as well.
Go away, Gadaris. I know you don't like it in here. I'm just gonna stay here for now.
Does a little dance and he leaves, I would think.
Gadar, you leave?
For
Oops, sorry. What's up?
Do you leave the shrine?
Do I leave the shrine? Do I leave the shrine that makes me feel complicated? Yeah,
Okay.
I step outside.
Alright. With that, you have gone your separate ways.
Tsuru was actually going to go. You don't have to do a scene or anything, but I was going to go with Kasumi.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to do a scene, and if you guys would want to talk to each other, you can.
Don't make me talk to myself and have a civil war.
I'm not saying that.
Okay, good.
Single person made you do that. You seem to be excited about it yourself, which
Yeah,
is fine.
so-
please
So,
don't Don't make me talk to myself. I'd hate that.
But no. I feel like I wanted to talk, but I'm kind of in this particular position of I'm about to leave to go eat. So I'm very sorry about that, but there won't be anything from me.
Nope.
He got lost trying to find us.
Both of them.
Where'd they go? Curse my lack of dark vision. Okay. Then Kasumi, Suru accompanies you. I don't know if you really have a conversation or you just accompanies you in silence.
It's like a micro blizzard following me.
Go to the library.
Kasumi is creating some weird atmospheric effects. It's not good. She's clearly in a bad mood.
You darned.
Suru will just pat her on the shoulder.
I'd say it would be uncomfortable for you, but you're Suru, and that's probably not true.
Yeah, she doesn't care.
I feel like I should be more surprised that the person I've grown up with and supported my entire life thinks so little of what I have to say.
I don't even know if that's it. She's just always been emotional, which I think is something you know about too.
Yeah, but that was kind of my whole point. I was here to be the practical, pragmatic voice to the emotionalness, and that's not the case anymore, I guess.
What do you mean?
Like, I know I got upset, but it's like nothing I said mattered.
What you said seemed pretty pragmatic to me. That's why I'm here with you.
Yeah. I meant just nothing I said mattered to her. Like,
Well, we'll see about that later.
I don't know. I understand why she's here. I understand why she wants to do this. She feels that she needs to avenge something. And I understand that. My father died too.
Is that literally what Sada said she wasn't going to do anymore, though?
Tomb. I'm role playing right now, dude. It felt, I don't know, it just feels like you're right. We'll see what happens. That's all I can do.
Yeah, she slapped you in the face, though.
Yeah, that wasn't fun. I did not take kindly, and I had to leave, or I would have done things that would not have been nice.
I know. I didn't get between you because I thought it was gonna get worked out. I know what I would have done if she did that to me.
I know, and honestly, it's probably lucky that it was me and not you, because you.
Zero wouldn't have even felt it, though.
That's right, I wouldn't have gone through a damage reduction.
It's true.
You'd just be like,
Oh,
what?
that counts.
Yeah, exactly. Nova. Sada would have to have done that.
That's a good clip. I don't know. I'm trying to have better control than I used to. And I'm not saying I had like some control problems, but for a while there I had a lot of hate. And I don't want to be that anymore.
Maybe. I don't hold any of you at fault for being emotional or doing crazy shit. It'd be really hypocritical of me if I did.
Yeah, I mean, for somebody who's able to fly, move into a unstoppable, raging juggernaut form, essentially, you got a pretty level head.
I think that's because I have to hang around you guys a lot.
Oh, that's kind of sweet.
Okay.
I don't know. Look, there's a lot of things going on up here. Right, I trying to do a thing with my life, and I feel like things are happening that are not really what I was interested in, and it's weird. I don't know what I'm doing right now.
All of you got really pensive really fast, actually. Did you pick up on that? The last couple of... Yeah. All of you are very reflective recently.
It's that time of year, I guess. Look, I don't know. I've been kind of thinking about stuff for a while. Like I've been reading into the elements for longer than just the last couple months. It's just only recently that I've wanted to do something about it.
I see.
Kind of like every port we stopped at, I went and looked for books. Show you my little. I have like a nice little shelf, like an obsidian shelf that I bought, and it's got some neat little books in it. Don't know if you'd be interested in it, but they're cool.
I've been thinking about reading a book someday.
What?
Kasumi actually laughs very hard at that. I feel like that is a good moment to end the scene on.
Night passes into day. And then back to night. And then gives morning a miss and goes straight into the afternoon.
What? Huh.
No, I'm kidding.
That never
It
went
is morning.
back, by the way. She fell asleep at the altar. Arms crossed on top of it.
You're gonna want some chicken soon.
Look at all those chickens.
It is morning. The day after your conversation with each other and the general. What do you do?
Get skidoo.
Shunichi left the actual shrine room himself, but he's actually still at the shrine. He's just outside of it. He just hung out in the by one of the rock gardens.
What's it doing? Oh.
Sada's still asleep.
You snoring?
Yep. Drooling on the altar.
How you doing? Is it good? Does it go like?
Yeah.
Like is it good? Ow! I actually hurt myself.
Well, that wasn't smart.
I feel it in the back of my throat. All right.
Those of you who went back to the Sur residence, you find yourselves awakened by the rising of the general and her guards, who are getting ready to leave. Who is there seeing them prepare to make their way out?
I guess I would be there.
Yeah, Kasumi would be there as well.
Yeah.
Are we to spend an extra day in Io, or are we going to simply return to whatever that place is, Katsune?
Well, I mean, that depends. Is there anything else that you'd like to see?
I
We're
think
here trying for peace talks with you. We'd like to make
Yes.
our case the best we can.
I understand. I think you have done that quite adequately to my... Well, you have convinced me that the Elder Temple is something that needs to be excised from the Shogunate, at the very least. And I will do my utmost to see it done. Until such time, well, I will remove my army, and you will not have to worry about my presence. You may manage your island in peace, without the threat of my, well, attacking.
Well,
Glad you didn't.
I am beginning to become glad that I did not as well.
would you
You have
like?
your Spy Master to thank for that. He was very convincing in stalling me.
I didn't hear you, sorry.
You have your Spy Master to thank for that. He was very convincing in stalling me.
I think you have him to thank for that, but I still understand.
Perhaps. It will be another 6-day journey back to Katsune. I should very much like to be underway soon.
Well,
I do not see Sada around you.
she unfortunately had matters of state to attend to.
I see.
We're in Sir's house, and he's essentially like the leader of EO, correct?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Sir if he has any of the kami honey.
Yes. He goes. Brings out a clay jar.
I would like to purchase a jar from you to give to the general for their travels.
He just hands it to you. You do not need to purchase anything from me.
And I gave a slight bow, and then I turn and offer it to the general.
What is this?
This is, we mentioned very briefly, I know it sounded a little bit silly, but this is honey that's been made by kami, by living gods.
I know what the kami are. I am not familiar with those that make honey. Is it a bee kami?
Yeah. It's a bee. I mean, it's a swarm of bees, really.
Interesting.
They, we helped them not long after we came here, and they've been kind to us ever since.
Interesting. I thank you. I take this gift with gratitude and humility.
And with that,
Kasumi, why don't I hang out with them while you see what other preparations we need to make to leave?
all right. And I give them a bow, and I turn to leave. And then I suppose what makes sense right now is to go find Sada.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you go to the last place you saw her, you don't have to look very long.
Hey.
Sada is either... Actually, you see Shunichi on the way in. But, he does not say anything to you. But he does look at you as you enter.
And soon the sound of combat.
That might cause him to react more. Oh no.
I should have considered this.
Shit.
Yeah, inside the shrine is one Sada Ryudo, either just waking up or still asleep.
Still asleep.
Still asleep. Totally vulnerable. Could be coup de grace.
No, Kasumi is just going to wait and meditate, because I don't imagine we're traveling with the general. Or I guess we probably should, I don't know.
Yeah, the general seemed to be waiting for you guys, so.
Okay. Well, then I will wake Sada from her slumber.
Ah! I do a roundhouse kick, but not really.
Why do you keep hurting Kasumi? What'd she ever do to you?
I had the gall to speak back. No.
I just wake. I go ah. And rub my
The
face
general's
because
getting ready.
it's covered in drool.
I say very matter of factly that the general is preparing to leave,
All right.
and I am going to turn to leave
Sumi.
without looking back. Yes, Sada.
Sorry for getting angry and slapping you. But
I appreciate the apology, but I'm going to need time.
you want to know the truth?
Sure.
I think I've wanted to do that for a long time now.
Slap me?
Yep.
Why? Because I had a difference of opinion?
Because you've always treated me like this.
And what is like this?
Like a child.
I've treated you like somebody who is idealistic but naive sometimes. And by necessity, I've had to be harder to make sure that we, as people, don't die. And now we, as a country, are not crushed. That means sometimes I have to talk and act in certain ways that might be counterintuitive to you. You need a balance. And if that means sometimes I have to be a little mean about it, I'm sorry. I am. I know it sucks.
Not to mention.
I know it. Go ahead.
Nothing.
No, not to mention what?
I've known the stuff you've done behind my back. Conspiring with the Zari, Shin, even though it was all for the general good of the country.
So if it was for the general good of the country, then what problem do you have with me making decisions as a general? When you can't even tell your own closest confidants what your plans are. Like, I'm not the only one who has concerns. We're all trying to make sure we do the best we can, and frankly, I think we're all in a little over our head. This was all very much Cesari's bag, not so much ours. We were kids.
Probably would have told you, but like I said, it was in the moment. It finally dawned to me, really. And honestly, I felt the general would appreciate honesty more than anything else. If I still have to kill the Shogun, I will. If I don't, then we'll see what happens. I'll listen to reason. For now,
Well.
things will continue as they always have. I'll strive for that goal. For Hadno to be free. Sato walks past her and out the door.
Shunichi very rapidly returns to a neutral position from listening at the door.
Alright, I guess after a moment I will also get going out that way.
Okay. With that, the journey begins back to Katsune. You reach Kamako, you reach Mizuna. Takes you this basically the exact same amount of time, and soon you're on the outskirts of Katsune once more on Segundai 15th. And yeah, it's late in the day. The general has a bit further to travel as she needs to return to her army. You have returned to your army, which is still encamped here. She bids you adieu. I hope that we'll meet again under better circumstances. She nods at you from her horse before she leads it and her bodyguards back to the lines surrounding Katsune. You have returned to your camp. You find it much as you left it. And as you prepare to bivouac for the night, to allow for yourself to relax before presumably entering Katsune itself after the shogunate army leaves, you have one of your shoulders come up to you.
Ah!
It
A
disembodies.
giant walking shoulder.
Yeah, it's just a shoulder. It's awful. One of your soldiers walks up to you, and it's just a basic ashigaru, but they walk rather boldly up to you. Enjoy your food, Nuva. It walks directly up to you, Sada, and goes, Leader Ryudo,
Yes.
I would like to speak with you and your people.
Go ahead.
These guys, alone.
Okay.
All right.
Anybody
Go
else
into the
there?
tent.
Well, the rest of your party is.
Can I roll sense motive to see if he's a weirdo?
Sure. No, he seems fine.
Nope. Whoops. He's not a weirdo.
This
Who
is
is
fine.
this?
This isn't out of the ordinary at all.
Who is what? I'm sorry. Who?
It's
Some
This
random
is-
soldier.
A random soldier. A random shoulder.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? That is weird.
Good.
No, it's not.
It's not?
weird at all. It's
Mhm.
he's not really trying. Yeah, this is weird. You don't get a random soldier coming up to the supreme leader of all Sarugu forces and just going, "Hey, I need to talk to you alone." But you also don't get any sort of like sense of ill intent.
Okay. If there's something you want to say,
That says. Let's go
why
into
not
the
just
tent.
say it here? Well, wait a minute. Sada, look.
That has a plan.
Why not? Why not just say what you have to say out here and not in a tent?
Because Lady Polina, and
I've come to
the
get
guy's eyes turn green.
Oh.
What I have to say is
All right,
best
okay,
out
okay.
of other people's ears.
All right, you don't have to be all showy about it. Let's go in the tent.
Cool.
It was a weirdo.
Yeah, but at least it's a weirdo that we know.
God,
It's your weirdo.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, it's Shen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is Shin. Shin removes the conical helmet and sort of tosses it to the floor as he returns to his normal appearance. So how do things go?
Good. They're leaving. Hopefully. We'll see what
They're
her
leaving.
what her two associates say, I suppose. But she plans to
Hmm.
leave with her army.
Wasn't she like the hard ass of them?
She's the leader, but
There's one that's more devoted to the Shogun than her. Commander Tobonu. I was mostly avoiding him while I was in their camp for the last week. You have an option here to have a lot less they included in their leaving, if you're interested.
How would you do that?
I can be pretty convincing. I've been speaking to your various Sarugan men in the guise of their fellows. Without the influence of your curse, a lot of them are pretty easy to convince that they're on the wrong side. Especially when I started spreading the rumor of what had been happening to their people and their families in their absence. Rumors that are, of course, all true, as we know. I'm pretty sure you could recruit upwards of half of these people if you were to ask.
alright then.
The
Oh.
question is, if you're getting them to leave, do you think that that is the best option? It is your command. I'll do what you want. But I think you should think about it.
Do it.
Well, hold on. With the way this shaked out, we might have their leadership on our side. Would this be behind their back?
This would be really behind their
Yeah,
back.
that's exactly it. Maybe we don't want to do that.
As an expert of doing things behind the back, yeah.
I'm saying that there's something else to risk, though. We're not just getting free soldiers, and that's that.
It's not an honorable way of going about this at this point.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea either.
I need to say something about a week ago, from what happened a week ago.
Why? What happened a week ago?
When I said I didn't know who the Shogun was, I didn't mean that. But I still plan to move against him. What I did mean, though, is I have no idea how he got to where he is. Think about all the things we've had to do. Just taking Tsurugu. Of having to deal with Polonius, with Succubus.
What's wrong with Succubi?
How does the leadership of any place happen? We're a gang of ragtag idiot kids.
Yeah. That's what
Um,
I meant to say. I have no idea what led the Shogun to doing what he did. But for now, all I do plan is to keep being against him. If I do eventually get a chance to talk to him, to find out his story, if he's willing to be reasonable, then maybe things can be different. But I do, if it comes to it, I will still do the
Reasonable. Yeah, how did we get around the what he's done personally? Because I'm not over that.
I don't know.
Anyway, we're not going to take these soldiers, right?
No.
No, I don't know if we're in a position anymore to take things personally. We're not just individuals. We're an entire nation. We have to look out for our people. And I don't know if petty vengeance is maybe linked to. I'm not saying either of you weren't hurt by the leadership that has been, but
I don't want this to be about vengeance anymore.
it's good to hear.
I want this to be about Adno becoming free.
I don't know what you mean by that anymore. What does freedom mean
To be
to
free.
you?
To be free from this. From bloodline, from honor, from the right
You
to rule.
want to lead it, though, don't you?
For now. But I am not
For
going
now-
to be here forever.
Well, no, none of us are.
And I'm not going to have any
You-
kids either.
You want to just end leadership of an entire nation?
I
What
want
does that
people to
mean?
be able to choose their own leader. Like in Viven, except without, it being only rich people who get to vote.
Okay.
That's
Well,
pretty
that's-
messed up, isn't it? I think it should be everyone
Yeah,
should be allowed
yeah.
to vote.
Of course. I don't know why I'm hearing this for the first time.
It's-
It feels like
it's
now in a
it's
tent with Shin.
just
Hey, Shin.
it's just
I'm
something that's always been.
concerned that you pick me out instead of the literal succubus who's sitting right there.
No, I know. I'm not saying you're bad. I'm just saying it's a weird place to have a conversation and fucking.
Shouldn't be that concerned anyway.
Ooh, what?
Shit.
Oh.
Come on.
Yeah. No, yeah.
It's true, I'm great.
No, I'm not saying you're not great. I'm just saying this is the sort of conversation that should have happened back in our fort or whatever the hell we work out of. I don't remember what the hell it's called.
'Cause honestly, it didn't come to me until I was talking to the general and wanted to be honest to her.
That's concerning to me. You're What has your goal been up until now? What have we been?
I was just going for the motions of what I was always told as a kid. That Sarugu is my birthright, that I need to take vengeance.
I'm glad you're looking at things differently. I'm glad because we're not kids anymore. I'm glad you're considering that, but putting that out there on the table the moment the thought strikes you from the blue in front of our enemies that we're trying to win over, it was not good timing on your part. That could have been a conversation. This could have been a conversation that we had within.
I think this is what it would take to win her over, though.
I thought we were winning her over. The general doesn't seem like a person that is a blind follower. I feel like her eyes were genuinely opened seeing what she saw. I feel like she does care about the people. She does care about protecting them.
I wanted her to know that I do too.
I think
there are
a
different-
lot of changes here speak for that self. Like, the reason that I'm with you guys is because I've believed in what you've been doing when I've been running with you. I didn't have to stay with you. If you're just finding your direction now, I think you've already been going in the right direction. And I think I've already said this. I think Pow was right. I think Asumi was right. Even if that just came to you, you could have said it to us privately. At the same time, I guess I'm probably one of the people that doesn't care quite as much. I think everything's still going in the right direction, and I don't dislike the reason you did what you did. If that makes any sense. Can you just think about this next time you have a revelation?
All right.
All right. Well, that seems like a good conversation. I'm going to go extricate myself from this really awkward silence.
Listen, Shen, we have a lot of feelings.
That's absolutely fine. Let me know if you want to work them out so I can leave the room.
I mean, I think any more said will just be going in circles, so you're probably fine.
Oh. All right then. The army will return to its command under the Shogun. And in the future, really this might be better. Troops talk to each other, even samurai. Won't be long now before stories of what the Elder Temple have done in Sarugu start making their way throughout the rest of their army if we let those troops go back to tea. So, yeah, always a silver lining. I haven't indulged myself in like the last
10
couple
minutes.
hours. So, I'm going to go do that. Let me know if you want to join. With that, Shin leaves the tent. Mhm.
Words are very unnecessary. Take it to heart.
Okay. So, um, what? So yes. Is there anything anyone would like to do before you bed in for the night?
Where are we? Kitsune?
You are just outside of Katsune.
Oh, are we just gonna stay outside of Kitsune?
Well, their army is currently still surrounding Katsune. They won't be leaving until tomorrow, presumably.
Okay.
What time is it?
It's like 5 o'clock
Oh.
p.m.
Oh.
So sun's still up, but it's starting to begin to get into its final quadrant of the sky. You have maybe another 3 hours of sunlight left. You have been traveling all day, so it wouldn't be recommended that you do anything especially strenuous, but you can still do stuff.
Well,
Al here?
Who?
Pascal?
Pascal is not here. He is currently in Hayabu.
Damn it. Okay.
What are the plans for the morning? What are we doing?
We're gonna head into Katsune,
Okay.
right for the front door. If they're all gone.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh no, probably nothing else today then, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, with that, you prepare for sleep, and sleep comes easily. You dream.
Thought a dream?
Yes,
What'd she dream of?
Sada, you dream of being the pizza queen of Viven.
Damn.
It's a popular dream.
Who's doing this?
Who knows?
Find out in one of the other campaigns.
Yes. Yes, I am the witch that makes people dream of being the pizza queen of Viven.
We'll stop you, you
In-
fiend! Ah!
In my nefarious plan to make people want to eat pizza in Viven.
I am
didn't think that was
searching
planned
through
very well.
dreams to find the true pizza king or queen. They will receive great power.
And much pizza.
Pizza prophecy.
But
She has to be stopped.
yes,
I don't know,
but
that
yes.
sounds like a pretty good plan.
Paulina, you dream,
Oh, okay.
but it's okay. Nothing
Okay.
really happens.
Sweet.
But
No
then,
more prophetic dreams today.
and then a big dog is in your dream, but it's just a normal dog. Like
And the
on,
dog's
yeah.
flying around on top of a pizza. Wait
Yeah,
a minute.
It's just a really big dog.
Oh shit.
It's a really big pizza.
My pizza dog dream.
I love this dream.
Yeah, it's not bad.
The next day, your army awakens to the withdrawing army of Katsune, boarding the ships that took them there, as they prepare to sail across the sea once more. By the early afternoon, their sails heading towards the horizon. And Katsune is empty of defenders.
All right, let's go.
How do you want to approach Katsune?
March in through the front door.
I jump.
You are once again not able to jump all the way to Katsune from another hex. But still, how do you want to approach with the full army? Do you want to approach just as yourselves?
Approach with some of the army.
Okay, some of the army. What is some of the army?
How many people are there in the army?
Well, if you look at the token that represents the army, you can see that it. Oh no, the GM notes are only visible to me, so you
Yes.
can't.
Yeah.
So there are 3 bow Ashigaru, 6 Yari Ashigaru, 1 regular unit of Ashigaru with swords, a unit of katana armed samurai, a unit of clockwork soldiers, and the Longthorn Lancers.
Let's go with the samurai.
Okay. 100 samurai
Yes.
form ranks behind you and approach Katsune with your party. The gates of Katsune are non-existent. It is not a fortress town.
Ah.
The ramparts that the army had built are earthen and now wholly undefended. The people of Katsune watch you enter. Soon you are in the town. It's a small town. There isn't particularly much. Some fishing wharfs. Some houses. And the largest building is what you presume to be the wrestling dojo,
Hell
for
yeah.
which Katsune is famous.
That's where I'm going.
That's where I'm going.
You
Where's the
approach.
leader?
You approach the center of the town, where the dojo stands. It is actually a fairly impressive-looking building. Though not tall, it is quite sprawling. And as you approach, the doors slide open, revealing a number of people. You presume it's wrestlers, a few dozen of them, in fact, who are arrayed in the main entry room, in guarded positions, while before them approaches a woman, a most tiny woman, a 3-foot tall woman, crooked over a walking stick, her hair pulled back into a tight bun, her face a mass of creases and lines as she squints out at you. And says, "So,
Hey,
you are the new Ryudo,
that's me.
I understand.
Yeah.
And you have come to take my town.
Yep.
Know that these people will not bow lightly.
All right.
In order to take Katsune for yourselves, you will need to overcome 3 tasks.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
What are they?
You need something off a high shelf.
Do you need 10 boar skins?
She takes out a list. She crosses 2 things off. You will first need to lift that tree
Wait, what?
Saru?
out of the ground. And she points
Oh.
towards a a fairly moderately sized tree.
Is it a nice
that's
looking
just
tree?
No, it's actually sort of crooked. It looks like it's ill.
Okay, I feel better about that then.
It looks like probably something that she just wants done anyway.
Yeah.
You will then have to prove your endurance by out eating our champion eater.
Oh god.
And then you will have to prove your skill by defeating our champion wrestler as in his very own mastered art.
Alright.
You know we have an
So-
army outside, so we could just do it that way.
Saru,
No, we'll do this the right
Saru,
way.
can you take care of that tree?
Is that the right way? I have to get a tree out of the ground?
Yeah, do
This,
it.
this gains their
Are
respect.
you a coward? Can you not lift that tree?
I'm not scared of a fucking tree.
Then do it.
I don't know, it sounds like you might be.
Look, yes, I'm aware of the army, but you know, it's
We need to earn their respect.
It's a ceremony thing.
exactly.
I'm
Remember
just, why do you respect that? No one else lifted it out of the ground. Clearly,
Because
it's still in there.
Because it's cool as hell.
All right, whatever.
I assume they live different trees.
Yeah.
Yes.
The dead trees.
This is absolutely true.
Why
We
do so many dead
definitely
trees?
have had people lift trees out of the ground before as a test.
Sense motive.
That didn't strike you as especially true.
Alright, but I still don't say anything. Yeah, lift that tree.
Yeah, I think Sarud is suspect as well, but I think she's over it. So you want me to lift a tree? What do I have to do? Roll strength?
It would be a strength check.
Okay. There you go.
There you go. That tree, I think that tree
Okay.
is worth it.
That tree, yeah, Suru, you just, at this point, sort of
She rips
irritably-
it out with one hand and sticks her sword in the hole with the other hand, and she's just holding the tree.
There's polite applause from the onlookers. The old lady is just staring at you with her eyes bugged out of her head. Okay, you can put it down now.
She puts it down.
All right, you have passed the test of strength. Now a champion of yours must pass the test of endurance.
Alright. Vampire?
No, that's cheating. He is literally a centaur.
He's also AFK.
That's true.
What's the test of endurance again?
It's eating
contest.
contest again.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I guess I'm just gonna step on forward.
Alright.
Wait.
Where are we?
What do you have to eat?
Worms!
No.
Just stew.
Stew.
Like fresh beef stew.
Yeah, well, we made it this morning.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Fruit is muted, so I'm just going to note to you guys that you have a literal excess demon in your party.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh,
What are
heck.
you talking about?
Oh yeah, I could
That's,
definitely eat this very easily.
We're fools.
No,
I
I
can't
mean,
remember his name.
Sumi would love to have a meal.
Fig Newton. Gobo?
Yeah,
Gulpo
Gulpo.
Fig-
Gulpo
Gulpo
Fig
Fig
Newton.
Newton.
Gulpo? I thought it was
Gulpo
Gobo.
Fig
not
Newton.
Gulpo.
Yeah, why didn't we
Okay.
make him have knees?
He
'Cause
chose it.
I came back from
Well,
Vanilla with you guys.
Here's the other thing. He can always just not be that and be something else whenever he feels like it.
Yeah,
No,
but it's the feels like it part.
I've settled in.
You got
I'm
your
feeling
Gulpo
this-
legs stretched out.
Yeah, I've kind of really embodied the character. I
Alright.
feel, and I really understand.
Alright, who's
like,
doing it?
motives. Sumi, do you want to eat the stew? If you don't, I can. He winks. Eat the stew. Sorry, that you might have thought that was sexual. That was just me saying that I can eat the stew. It's hard sometimes with me, I know, but that wasn't sexual. That was just saying I can eat the stew. And then he winks again.
It's tough being a succubus, isn't it?
It is.
Go eat the stew.
Alright. He puts a little bib on.
All right.
It says, I'm a big boy.
Gadaris, you are sat across from a wrestler who is not especially huge, but, a sizable guy.
Uh-huh.
He looks at your relative size and looks very confident. You do not have to roll.
Mhm.
You are a being created from the will of a god of gluttony.
Is there like, how are they serving it to us?
In
Are they-
bowls.
Is there like is there like a stew pot that they serve it out of?
Yes.
Alright, they put it into the bowl, and instead I step up from my seat and I walk over to the stew pot and I lift it up and just start drinking from it straight until it's drained.
Okay.
Then I put it
The-
down next to the guy and then I walk away.
The onlookers, there is no polite applause. They are confused how you did that without burning yourself. They're frightened as to how you did that at all. And your opponent, such as he was, looks very disheartened.
Alright.
I use alter self to actually make my gut grow out as I drink. I don't need to do this, but I do that anyway.
Horrifying.
So I start like really just like bigfooting around, like there's this like big sack in front of me essentially just wobbling about.
It is horrifying.
That sucks.
Alright. What's the final challenge?
What the fuck? Okay. It is the test of skill, where you must wrestle our champion wrestler,
What are
force
the-
him from the ring.
Alright. Sada steps forward.
That movie?
I'll take care of this.
You're a wrestler?
Don't worry. I've got an idea.
What happens if... No, I'm not even gonna ask. I don't wanna... No, we're good. Yep.
All right.
Just don't do the fire thing.
Don't worry, I'm not doing that.
Okay, thank you.
Sada gives her katana and wakizashi to you, pal.
Oh, thank you. Yep, I'll take these.
And my
Alright.
many shuriken. I empty out my pockets and like they all come pouring out.
Oh god.
Just a pair of piles of shuriken. Alright, Sada, you go up to... they bring you to a central ring. There's a short ceremony before they begin.
All right.
You are shown what you need to do in order to prepare for what you are about to undertake. And as you enter into the squatting ready position, your opponent, an absolute mountain of a human being, does the same.
All right.
The old woman signals to begin.
All right.
Your
Sada
opponent charges.
quickly leaps back and waits for him to come charging toward him.
Alright, yeah, you're pretty close to the edge of the ring, so you're not leaping back too far, but
Yeah.
yeah, he's charging towards you.
All right, I trip him.
Okay, roll trip.
All right. Let's hope I roll good. +4 to that.
A 37. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sada, you just sort of deftly step out of the way, stick your foot out slightly, and his foot hooks on it. He goes, oh! And his momentum carries it forward and tumbling out of the ring. The old woman
Damn.
drums her fingers on her cane. Well, you made us look silly.
You did that on your own. This was ridiculous.
Yeah, in
we
retrospect.
conquered the rest of the island, and you wanted us to play little games.
Yeah, drink stew. Like, it's.
The stew is only okay.
Ooh, that was rough. We
Yeah.
need to recuperate now.
Yeah.
Alright, I get it, fine. Regardless,
Welcome to the kingdom.
the town of Katsune is yours, Lady Ryodo.
Just like that.
And
That's all
for your, I guess,
I
indulgence.
give a respectful bow.
Oh, thank you.
To her and my opponent.
She bows to you as well. For your indulging our traditions, you may recruit my wrestlers for your army.
One wrestle.
No, of my wrestlers.
One man
Oh.
is
An entire
100.
dojo.
He's one
You
man,
can-
but he's worth 100.
Well, he just tripped and fell, so.
Right. That wasn't a good example. Like, really, that. It's usually much better.
Alright.
I'm having an off day.
Wrestler army. So, like, the spears and swords will charge at us and they'll, like, suplex them?
Hell yeah.
It's like a line of archers shooting arrows at
Sada
you,
starts
and then the guy who's like,
collecting up her pile of shuriken.
here comes the people's elbow.
We gotta get these guys in shape. They probably can't even do a proper people's elbow right now.
We'll like the army as a tactically withdraw to lure them into a giant wrestling ring that we've constructed.
Yeah.
There's just like top ropes surrounding an entire valley.
We'll capture the enemy forces in Boston Crab.
You fools, you've fallen for the classic blunder.
Fools. This is our ring now.
The Mr. Ren, the tea bureaucramancer, does a light cough as he suddenly like right next to the old
He
woman.
suddenly appears here.
And it's like, okay, so what buildings do you have in this town? What would you
I
say your
will-
population size is?
I will tell you immediately after the session. Although the session is pretty much over. So yes, congratulations. You have taken Katsune, and with that, every spot on the island is yours.
Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
goodness.
Do we get a unification bonus? Like we've collected them all. It's a set.
You do.
We do. Actually, technically, the Iterons are still up
Yeah.
there at the top. Yeah.
They don't count as a settlement.
Oh.
But you do get a unification bonus. You get a plus 10 bonus to loyalty.
Plus
Nice.
bonus. Let's see, just for that. Unification bonus. Now our loyalty is really great. Now we have 95% chance of success on these
Hell
rolls.
yeah.
Hey.
Although you haven't factored in Katsune joining.
Do they have more than one district?
No. But they do have 4 hexes.
They do have 4 hexes, so it's going to be
Yes.
5. Alright, that's fair enough. Really, 68
Okay.
plus.
Congratulations.
Now we must take
Ladies
the
and
rest
gentlemen.
of the squares
73.
till the whole island is blue.
And that would be good, wouldn't it?
Yes.
This is the Sekiro music. Like, wait a minute.
So, Katsune has 3 buildings.
3 buildings? What the hell?
It's not a big town.
Let's. Never mind.
Where's everybody
we
live?
leave. These people
In
can
the
go
dance hall.
screw. Wait a minute. You said they have 5 hexes? No, they don't.
4.
4, yeah. 4 plus the district. Okay.
Oh god.
They have a good fishery like Hayatetsu does.
Oh, like the good fish fishery.
Mhm.
Okay, I can't remember what that's actually called. Okay.
On the kingdom building, it's just called Good Fish.
No, I mean, oh, right. Normally that's a terrain improvement, but they have it just as part of their.
So, Katsune has in total a town hall, which is the well, rather they have the dojo, which counts as a town hall.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no.
They have a pier,
Okay.
and they have a house.
One house. All right.
One house. Who lives there?
Everybody lives. The wrestler.
Ah.
Yeah, the champion gets to live there. The old lady has to live in the town hall.
Okay. 1,000 population town.
So yeah, congratulations.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did it. Campaign over.
Okay.
We gotta take 718 before it comes to a skeleton spawner.
Huh?
That's where all the skeleton bandits will come. We leave this one hex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
God damn, man. So that was, we just took 8, 18, 17. I can look at the other map, never mind. Map. 8, 18, 7, 17. Okay.
There's a road there. They don't have any farms or anything. Just the road that goes through here.
I believe
Is that
so.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, well. Gotta have 2 sawmills. This time. 17. Fisher.
And yeah, anyway, since we've taken Surgu, I say we now have to build a wall
All around Surabaya.
around the whole island. Yep.
You're an island.
Yeah, we're gonna put the island around the wall around the whole island.
You got water.
Not good enough.
Not good enough. Need.
17.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
and with that, I hope you enjoyed the session.
Any cliffhangers? Sal? Keep us
no.
keep us excited for next week.
That Boyar's evil twin brother walks through the door. His name is Manmoyar. He's part man, part horse.
Oh my
But-
god!
But the other way around.
And the other way around.
No.
Yeah.
Horse head just
Brother.
with 2 human legs sticking out.
Boyar's brother. Alright.
Oh God, kill it. But yeah, you have successfully taken the island. There is no longer an army. It is now out to sea.
There it goes.
Right here.
Yeah.
Now they're gone.
And
Yeah, we gotta take the whole island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're now free to go and just seize as many hexes as we can and put as many songs as we
Hell
can
yeah.
on the hexes.
That sounds
Right.
fun.
I'll note that you can only get hexes that you can explore, and you only have explored 3 hexes currently.
We have all these soldiers. The newest job of the soldiers is to just go out there. Look at it.
Look
That's
at
our-
it.
We can. We
Our
can-
wrestler continuity. They're just they have to wrestle the wilderness now.
Yeah, we can
Wrestle with
afford.
ignorance.
We can afford that upkeep. That's just that's 14 upkeep to just have them out in the field. So we could totally take that hit and just explore all this stuff. Especially since we have 15 in the granaries. We can spend 1 month just sending soldiers out there looking at stuff.
Kasumi is released.
Oh no.
Who would the new general be?
Big Dog from Pow's Dream.
The pizza one?
The big pizza dog.
Heck
He's the new
yeah.
general.
General Pizza Dog.
Alright, it's charisma and constitution. For general, right?
It's charisma and strength technically, but also constitution.
Ah, okay.
So it has 3 options, really.
Then Suru will probably be best then. She probably has the highest strength modifier compared to anybody else's modifiers of those categories.
Surprised if I didn't.
Yes.
Yeah. The other option, yeah, she would probably be the best choice, although she is currently serving a function.
Alright.
Uh,
Put Mino in her old function.
Her old function. Suru is currently the royal enforcer, isn't she?
Yeah.
Right. Ismo used to be your royal enforcer, so you
Ah.
can move him back into that position.
Maybe, yeah.
But if you do so, you would need to move him into. Rather, you need to replace him as warden.
Is Kasumi actually stepping down now, though?
Yeah,
or is
she
that
said-
going to
That'll
happen?
be the next kingdom phase.
Yeah.
Really, that'll go into effect.
That goes up to Suru. Hey,
Hey.
so with Kasumi stepping down, at first I wasn't sure, but now, even if I'm being, well, trying to be critical, I guess, of the Shogun, I still need someone who still hates him with all their guts. I don't
I
know.
do
you
hate it with all my guts. Yes.
But do you want to be the new general? Now that Kasumi
If you
is
want me to be.
Yeah. We need an
Sure.
iron fist. And you can be that iron fist. Or
You know,
iron sword.
I've led battles before. I
Have
might
you?
not be that. Yeah. I also helped Kasumi fight in Kamiko. That's why I was surprised when you didn't think I could do this.
Well, I guess I missed it.
Okay. Well, I'll do it.
Alright. Well, who should be the new Royal Enforcer then?
Pizza Dog.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah, Pizza Dog.
Oh,
Hello, Nuva.
hello, it's me, I'm back.
I make Vampire the new Pizza Dog. Now the Pizza Dog is the real Royal Enforcer.
You can put Ismo back as royal enforcer.
Yes,
and have
We're
Vampire.
slowly transforming again for the third time.
Too much at the one.
Vampire used to be warden, so.
Yeah, Batfire used to be warden.
Yeah.
What does the pizza dog that is in Pal's Dream sound like?
I
Does
mean,
it go
Batfire
like-
could be Royal Enforcer, just
Yeah, that's what I was gonna recommend. That was my old position, wasn't it?
Warden was your old
Warden.
position, but Royal Enforcer, like the problem is, we would get
Right.
vacancy penalty for it.
Yeah.
Can I
For,
spend
like,
all my
I don't know,
downtime kicking the crap out of Batbuyer until he levels up?
Get him up. You gotta get him up to a cohort level. So he's.
I mean, yes, and Vampire will be on an accelerated training program, I presume.
Steroids, yes.
No, well, I wasn't quite implying that, but yeah, absolutely. Vampire can be training with Zuru as part of his return, getting up to the level that he should be as a cohort, which will be 11.
Hell yeah.
Obviously not an immediate thing, so a single week of doing so won't do it. But and I will point out that you guys do need to get back to Hayaba and actually run the kingdom for a
Yes.
week.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta talk to the
But,
cleric
yeah.
here first.
Do we get a cliffhanger about the 10K?
Oh right,
Yeah.
forgot all about that. All right, Pow, are you going to go looking for this guy?
He died.
Yeah.
You
course.
find him in his grave. Ah.
Well, okay.
You go through into Kitsune's dojo, and just sort of looking around. People don't really raise an issue with you being there because you were seen with Sada and people know what's up. And finally, as you enter a back room, you slide open a door and you find a very modest shrine. It's tiny. Not something that would even be called a shrine, really. It's almost as if, honestly, it's completely blocked off from windows. It's an interior room, completely nondescript from the outside. It's almost as if it has been hidden. And within it, you find a man. He is currently sitting in a lotus position, There is a stick of incense burning before him, and he appears to be meditating. As you open the door and enter, you also see that in front of him, on a screen painted onto a screen, is an image of Atenket. Both the man in front of it and the image itself is built more like the wrestlers here than other depictions of the Iron-Bodied, but still unmistakably the same god. And as you enter, the man speaks and tells you, "I was told that you would arrive."
I was told to seek you out.
Then it appears we're on the same page, Paulina Khalil of Viven. And he gets up and he stands, and upon his chest is a medallion in the shape of a Neban's head looking skyward. I await your direction in how we should guide this land into its most perfect self.
Hell yeah.
And with that, we'll leave all for tonight.
All right.
I hope you guys enjoyed the session,
Yes,
and I definitely did.
I did.
Yeah.
Got some interesting emotions out. Got some good roleplay in.
A powerful session.
A
Yeah.
powerful session indeed. And you threw the Shogun's army out of Sarugo.
No, we kindly asked them to leave, and they did.
I was gonna say, yeah, we kind of just asked
Yeah.
them to please.
We're here to conquer you. Would you please
Yeah.
go?
Get out of
Okay.
here.
That's not a good time.
Look,
Alright,
there-
I will,
We'll come back later.
yeah,
Look.
I'm gonna talk to you later.
Jake,
Bye-bye.
Okay.